What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting a lot of questions about how you can get these new legends, cheapest possible. You guys want the cheapest method. A lot of you guys are not fans of spending money on the game simply because EA Sports has not really been showing us the same love that we've been giving them with buying packs and stuff like that. So we've been trying to develop new ways to go ahead and get coins and things like that. Obviously, with the way that the game works with the new level up method, there really isn't a lot of benefits depending on the card. All right, so we're going to talk about some things as far as like the leveling up and the powering up, because I was still getting questions about like, what if you go through and get the power-ups and then you just use the power-up to a certain type of level? So look, there's a few things that we want to go over as far as, going ahead and getting these players cheap. Remember, when you go through the weekly legend challenges, not only do you get a collectible that's going to get you a free legend very soon, but you also get a pack that has boom players. Now, those boom players are auctionable. And a lot of you guys, you've been selling them. Once I showed you guys this, like at the beginning of the year, once they dropped the new legend situation, and we saw that they were trying to rip us off with, having double the legend. Like when you go through the legend power-up path, you had to get two of the same card that was high, and then they fixed it and gave you a B&D version of the card. I'm going to go over all of that if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about with the power-up path. But playing through this is very, very important because you get a lot of cards that go into the set. So now we have Monk, right? We have the wide receiver Monk. He's 6'3", he's a beast. And a lot of you guys are like, yo, G, I really want that Monk on my squad. And I'm like, you sure, dude? Like, you want to spend the money? And you guys are like, no, we don't want to spend the money, but we want the card, which is always the answer that I get back, right? So I'm like, all right, how do I put something together where I can help you to understand what's going on? At the same time, you'll have the ability to build towards getting that legend. So Art Monk, right? He's a 6'3" wide receiver. All right, on a Legends theme team, he's going to go ahead and go to 94 speed. So he's worth it simply because he's one of the faster wide receivers in the game. And obviously, speed kills. That's the one attribute in Madden since the beginning of Madden that always matters. Speed. So, G, what do we do, right? When you go through the challenges and you get his power-up, we're going to go over, all that, the price range of it and the power-up path issues that I was talking about in a second. But he's not only the glitchy card. Another glitchy card that they dropped as well was Merlin Olsen. Now, I know he's a D-tackle. I would not play him at D-tackle because he's too fast, bro. He's going to be a 90 speed, 6'5" on the outside with ridiculous numbers. It's just outrageous, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about the cheapest way to go ahead and get them. When you look at the cards that I have already available in their set, you see like how I have 5 of them? These are all free cards. These are all cards that I got by just like these 285s, the 85 over here, the Dante Hall. I've been saving these boom players, and it's any wild card. So you already have 5 set inside of the path. The issue is when you look at the card value, like 1.49 million, it's very, very hard to get the main card. Remember, you get that back as a B&D though. All right, you get the B&D back, and then you can do this, obviously do the power-up set. And this is what I mean by rip-off. Because earlier, you had to get 2 of that card in the power-up path in order to actually have any success and get the discounted abilities. So with the way that everything works out right now, not only do you get these boom players, but you also get the power-up card. All right, so for those of you guys that are like, yo, G, I just want to get a version of the card that can help me so that I can, have a decent squad as I continue to grind the game and get my money up. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend money every week on a bundle. They've been dropping bundles without the right cards in it. I get all your feedback. I understand what's going on. So this is what I'm going to show you guys, right? When you go through your challenges, that's going to be the number one thing. You're going to go through all your challenges. Let me just go ahead and reset that. Once you go through all of your challenges, you are going to get the power-ups. Okay, let me find the power-ups real quick. Where are they? You're going to get the power-ups for Art Monk and Merlin Olsen. Bobby Bell is a limited, so I would urge you, if you guys want to go ahead and try to make some coins, I would say start quick selling some of the things that you have in your binder that you're not using and gamble with the training variety pack. Because everybody that I talk to, especially you guys, you're like, yo, G, it's a crazy coin making method because you really don't lose. Dude, when you say EA and don't lose, it's a lie. You're going to lose unless you get really, really lucky, and everybody isn't. So I would say spend, probably 12K training and see what you get out of it, and then just run away from it with your eyes closed, bro. So let's get back to what's going on. Remember, with these players, you can actually see what they get as you go along. So this is the base power up, and you get this for free. All right, so we're keeping it very cheap. Once you get to about right before, like you see like how the 91, they ask you to put the 91 in. This right here, you can get a 90 speed version of this card that would go to 91. And it's going to cost you very, very minimal amount. Because remember, as you start to go, the first player that you put in, you get him for free. All right? And then you got to spend for the 87 and the 89. All right? Which are not relatively expensive, but you're getting a 91 speed player at this, at this juncture right here where you can stop inside the power-up path. Because like I said, I'm not going to tell you guys to spend 1.1 whatever million it is to get deep out for one. That's just like, okay, dude, it's definitely not worth it. But if I can stop you guys right here, and you guys that are, you guys that have Legends Chem that want to rock a 91 speed receiver, I'm going to give you some examples of players that I spent for that have 91 speed that will, it should make you feel a little bit better with it. Also, remember, they fixed it. So once you get, the power up, the first step, you can actually add Legends Chem to it. And then you can put that into your lineup to kind of help you as you build your team. So I know some of you guys are like, yo, G, 91 speed, what's that about? 91 speed is serious business. You got dudes that you'll run into in seasons that don't even have corners that can keep up with an 89 speed wide receiver. All right, and it's a lot going on because remember, as we get closer to Black Friday and as we get closer to Christmas, more people are going to get the game. So as that happens, you're going to still take advantage of the dudes that are, some dudes are just straight garbage, but the new players that are coming, they're not going to have players with these type of attributes already to start. So because you get these things free, same thing goes for Merlin Olsen. If you go over, you want like, yo, G, I want to complete a set. He's a fast D tackle, all that good stuff. Remember, you can easily go ahead and get him to where, right here, 87 speed plus 188, 88 speed D tackle. So just keep in mind the two cards after the first one that you get for free, these are not relatively expensive. The 87 and the 89. It's when you get the 91 that goes into the set where people gets really, really greedy. So just to give you an idea, like I said, what I just showed you right there, I'm going to show you guys my actual team and the speeds of the speed of my players. So other than the height, if you're just dealing with that fact, right? All my wide receivers are at least 6'5" minimum. And then Carmichael's like 6'8" or whatever the hell he is, right? But if you look at Fitzgerald, a 6'3" guy, right? He's a 6'3" guy with 89 speed. So already this guy is garbage, and I can get rid of this guy. I can just say, you know what? You suck. I'll buy the other little cards that go into it, and I can have that guy as a backup because he's faster, and I can put him in, when the guys get fatigued or whatever. And it works out better for me in that situation. So there are benefits to it. And it is a very, very cheap way to get the legends, and then you just wait it out. Because eventually what happens is the Blitz promo is going to drop, so there's going to be like a market crash where you're going to have opportunities to get some of the cards that you really want. Not only that, like I said before, that 91 speed, Harold Carmichael, right? The only thing good about him, like I said, he's 6'8", but he's also a 91 speed. So you have different options. I would suggest, if you're looking to get those legends cheap, whichever one you want, with the exception of Bobby Bell, which I would say gamble some training variety points, and you'll get lucky, and you'll probably come back here and tell me that you got lucky, and I'll celebrate with you because I want you guys to do better in the game. I hate the game, but it's still something that I've grown up loving, and I'm not going to turn my back on it, and we're going to continue to have fun with it, at, whichever way we can. And if this video helps one person, I've done my job. So ultimately, I think that if you're on a budget, get the card to a certain level to where it works for you and just go from there. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments. Hit me up on @GmiasWorld on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, all @GmiasWorld. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.